Welcome to another round of Prem and Proper here at Soccer Down here in the SDH Networks. We're going to take you through the week that was, a very busy week, and let you get prepared for the final match day on Championship Sunday for the 21-22 season. We'll take you through all the permutations and the standings and let you know what you need to know as we get into the last match of the regular season here in week 38. So let's go backwards and get you ready for the final week of the season here in 21-22. In the last 7 days, very, very busy time. Liverpool knocking off Aston Villa by the score of 2-1 as a -192 to keep pace with Manchester City and set the early marker. Chelsea over Leeds by the score of 3-0. On the 11th, Everton and Watford. Big opportunity there for Leeds was not taken advantage of in the relegation battle. Everton only gets 1 point against Watford. The draw was a +280. Everton going into the match at Watford was a -149, and they could not take advantage of it as well. Leicester, 3-0 winners over Norwich at a -286. Manchester City continues to put up large numbers on the board. Here's what they did against Wolves. There's a big number on the board once again, courtesy of Man City, their own selves, and the Premier League and YouTube.
On goal difference, can they open up the gap again to Liverpool by beating Wolves at Molineux? Knocked into the air by Jose Sarr. Zinchenko wins it, De Bruyne helps it on its way, Bernardo Silva plays it through, De Bruyne's continued, and City score in the 7th minute, and this wonderful scoring run continues for De Bruyne. Now then there are problems. Here's Pedro Neto. City is stretched here. Dendonka. They were only behind for 4 minutes. The Blues have got to do it all again. Oh, that's a lovely ball. De Bruyne. Sterling's in. Jose Sarr. And Stan De Bruyne again. The Blues in front once more. It's KDB again. Oh, a hat-trick. Stop it, Kevin. Stop it. I'm running out of superlatives for you. It's a good ball as well, and De Bruyne's got it, and Foden, and De Bruyne! Well, he gets his first with his right boot, 3 with his left, 4 now for the Blues, and the game surely won. They're just opening them up time and time again. Grealish, Joao Cancelo, and this one will go in from Sterling. It's 5. Wonderful response. The Blues ahead only on goal difference. They've widened that with points as well. The Blues are now 4 points from the title. How would they respond to that Real Madrid exit with 6 points and 10 goals?
Pep, 3 more points, 4 added to the goal difference. Give us your thoughts on what you've seen out there tonight.
Exceptional. We make a really good performance. We concede some transitions because when we contact with the 3 quarters, we're a little bit in a hurry to take the right decisions, but it's normal because we clear the pass and the movements in behind. But we play really well in this stadium that we know how difficult it is. And 3 more points, and rest and West Ham.
Are we running out of superlatives to describe Kevin De Bruyne, do you think?
Nah, he's playing the last 2 or 3 months, and especially in the Premier League, have been outstanding in Champions League as well. So, he has been our key man in the last part of the season, alongside for the effort for all of them.
Your Pep Guardiola post, courtesy of our friends at DAZN Canada. Also on the 12th, on Thursday, Arsenal and Spurs. It could have been St. Totteringham's Day, but it was not. Tottenham knocking off Arsenal by the score of 3-0 as a +129. Here's your highlights, courtesy of our friends at Spurs TV, YouTube, and the Premier League.
Kulusevski loves to whip it back onto his left foot and cross it. He's done it. Son back post, bit of chaos. Oh, it's a penalty kick. Major moment. Spurs have the penalty. He's well aware of the magnitude of this penalty. It is Harry Kane against Arsenal. Listen to the sound of Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Harry Kane converts. The North London derby's greatest goal scorer might have his most vital one yet. Rob Holding gets his yellow card now. And it's been a bad 5 minutes for the Gunners. Dyer. Holding blocks him off. Oh, he's already been booked. Rob Holding has been sent off in the first half. Son with the corner. Bentancur Kane! He's done it again! Missed the North London derby with his second of the night! Arsenal have been blown away in the last 10-15 minutes. Harry Kane 2, Arsenal 0. Kane on the turn, does brilliantly, and Kane, was he hauled down? Son scores! What a start to the second half! The place has exploded, it's 3-0! Heung-min Son will be defined as a big game player for Spurs. He always does it on the most important of occasions, 3-0.
Last game for them at home. On a Monday night, it's going to be rocking. As a Spurs man, I'm becoming a Newcastle fan for Monday for one night. So that's going to be a hell of a game actually up there, and it's going to be tough for Arsenal because not only are they've got so many injuries there, all in the same unit. They've got centre backs that are out. We don't know why Ben White wasn't put on today because obviously I don't think Arteta wanted to take a risk because of that game. He's holding to be suspended. Gabriel goes off with a hamstring, so he's got some thinking to do going up to St James's with what team he's going to actually start up there.
Yeah, I suppose you have to look at it like that simply because, so like I say, we're a young side and this is a very precious situation. I thought this was a precious situation in respect to this game. You know what I mean? With a full house at White Hart Lane, we had to go out and try and remain calm and try and get something. It didn't work out because of the penalty and that kind of changed the game. But again, we're talking about trying to get into the Champions League and playing in games with this kind of pressure. So it's the kind of pressure they should get used to if that's where they want to go. So yeah, Newcastle's going to be tough, just like Everton. We don't know, Everton might be safe by the end by the time we play against them, and we will need to win it. So it's a case of going and getting it done. So this is, you know exactly what needs to be done. So you have to try and go and do it.
The analysis from Ian Wright after the match was over, once again, courtesy of our friends at the Premier League. So gets us to the weekend, gets you to Sunday. They kept Saturday open for the FA Cup. Spurs knocks off Burnley by the score of 1-0 as a minus 312. Wolves and Norwich. Point for Norwich really kept Wolves from advancing in their positioning as a 1-1 draw was there as well. Manchester City down 2-0, came back to get a point to make it 2-2 in the final as a plus 421 on the draw. Manchester City as a minus 250 favorite going to West Ham. West Ham was a plus 750 in that matchup. Leicester putting up big numbers on Watford as well. Leicester wins that one by the score of 5-1. Leicester was a minus 141. Then one of the big matches that had a lot of impact at the bottom of the table, Leeds and Brighton, and it would go to the end. Brighton had a 1-0 lead until this moment with Leeds, with Pascal Strauch, courtesy of our friends at NBC Sports Soccer, YouTube, and the Premier League.
Decided not to take it on. Gelhardt. So many waiting in the middle. Can he find a way through? He can for Strauch! Goal is given! Ellen Road loves that! Leeds United
potentially colossal goal in their season. Pascal Struijk.
Wow, the roof has been absolutely raised, blown off, every other thing you could think of. Unbelievable sound in Ellen Road now, and you cannot discount how important this goal, and if they hold on, this point could be, as you say, when the ball comes out to Llorente, the crowd are saying shoot, he doesn't, and rightly so. He plays a good ball out to Geldhart, who again keeps his composure here. He's got so many Brighton bodies around him, but fantastic pieces of skill, then just puts it in the mixer, puts it in a good area, and then Struijk is there to head home. And wow, the noise in this stadium right now, this is why we love football. Unbelievable scenes.
Well, that was quite a ride, wasn't it, this afternoon? But you got something in the end. Better late than never.
Yeah, I've said from day one that since I've been here, the mentality of our team to fight and stick together and go for things, and especially now we've known that our backs have been against the wall, is at a very, very high level. So that rewarded us more than anything today. Yeah,
it was a big test, wasn't it, for your team? It looked tough going for them at times, in that first half in particular.
Yeah, well, for me, first, if we, it's typical that we get a big chance with Joffe and it hits our captain in the face, and it would be 1-0, and the game looks very different. And then after that, to be fair to Brighton, they managed certain moments with the ball and were able to unbalance us. We weren't effective enough against the ball. And then we looked a little nervy on the ball at times and didn't really get ourselves into the game. But when we went down the goal, I actually thought we were a little bit more compact. And then we brought ourselves into the match, and even toward the end of the first half. And then second half, I think we pushed. We pushed hard, and we're a little bit unlucky not to come away with more.
Yeah, I mean, the crowd's frustration showed a little bit at times, didn't it, today? But you got them back on side by the end with the equalising goal. They're so desperate for the team.
Yeah, everybody in the entire community here wants us to find a way to do this. I went to dinner 2 nights ago, and walking down the street, I heard 15, 20 people saying, come on, we're behind you, we're with you, keep going, gotta believe. So, and we need that. We all do. I hope every time they see our players that they push them in the city, in the streets, that they push them and tell them how much they love them. And we know that, and we're trying to do everything we can to fight for these points.
Jesse Marsh's comments courtesy of Leeds United, their own selves, and the Premier League. Crystal Palace and Aston Villa, a 1-1 draw. Brentford in a vicious back and forth. 119 seconds, they were down, then they were up. They would win it 3-2 at Everton, stunning the crowd at Everton. Here's your eventual decider, once again, courtesy of our friends at NBC Sports Soccer, Premier League, and YouTube.
Henry's in there! It's another! An astonishing turnaround here! Well, from a position where safety was secure, it's back in jeopardy again.
Goodison Park, just over 2 minutes. It's destroyed the delight, hasn't it? Turned it once again into despair. There's composure, there's patience to the build-up play from Brentford. Is that closing down of the man crossing the ball in? Absolutely not, but as we've said so many times, Anthony Gordon's done wonderful work down the right-hand side. He just has no clue whatsoever of the position of Rico Henry. We said he'd get forward time and time again. That's his reward for gambling. It's a glorious ball by Nørgaard, searching out the back post. Look at that.
Frank, with the opportunity you had today and the brilliant way that the game started, just how disappointing is that defeat?
Yeah, disappointing because the start was great. 1 goal, could have been maybe 2, maybe 3. Red card changes the game completely.
This is it. It was a critical moment, wasn't it, that red card? It saw the pendulum swing the other way. What was your take on it?
Well, yeah, it was as critical as can be because we had complete control. Possible penalty in the build-up to that. It's a clear pull on Richarlison's shirt. People want to criticise, well, certainly my players, whenever they go down and say they're going down too easily. You wonder where the players should go down because that's a penalty. Then it goes down the other end and it's a mistake by Jared to let him run behind. We've got to get running early, drop off, deal with it easily, and we didn't.
What did you then say to your players at half-time? Because you did manage to get the advantage once more. So what was the plan for the second half?
Just to dig in, it's when you're in that position. We've done it before against Newcastle here, but not for this length of time. I think to ask the players for 70 minutes in the Premier League to play with a man down is a really big ask. Good team like Brentford, it's very, very difficult. The players gave every drop. I can't complain about that at all. The fans gave every drop. The unfortunate thing was that the red card took the sting out of the fans, and understandably so, because the atmosphere was incredible, and a big circumstance in the game went against us. So it was a mistake, that one, but the players gave everything to the end.
Your post-match there from Frank Lampard, courtesy of our friends at Sky. And then Monday Night Football, Newcastle knocking off Arsenal by the score of 2-0. Arsenal going in was a minus 119. Newcastle was a plus 334. So a big 3 points there for Newcastle in the table. So let's give you a look at the table in and of itself. Manchester City, they've played one more match. They've played 37. They are 4 points ahead of Liverpool. Liverpool with 86 points. Chelsea, third at 70 points. Spurs up to fourth right now, having won 3 of their last 4. They're at 68. They've played 37 matches. Arsenal, they played 37. They've lost 2 in a row. They're at 66 points. They're going to need some help to get into European football on the weekend. Manchester United, right now, they're battling with West Ham over Europa League and Europa Conference League spots. Manchester United, they've lost 3 of 5. They've only won once in that run. They're at 58 points. West Ham is at 56. Wolves, right now, they're at 51 points. They have lost 3 of their last 5. Leicester is 9th. They're at 48 points, even on goal difference, 4 ahead of Brighton, who are at a minus 4. Leicester also with a match in hand at 36. Brentford, 11th. Fantastic season for the Bees. Goal difference of minus 7. They are at 46 points. They have won 2 in a row. They're ahead of Newcastle on goal difference. Newcastle at a minus 19. 45 points for Crystal Palace in 13th. 44 points for Villa in 14th. Southampton's lost 3 of 4. And they are at 40 points in 15th. Now the relegation battle. We know Norwich is gone. We know Watford are gone. Now, 16, 17, 18. Everton, points pulled from them with the loss. They're at 36 points. They are in 16th. Leeds, 35 points. They have lost 3 of their last 4, but the draw broke that up. Once again, goal difference is a minus 38. So they're going to have to win it on points. They can't do it on goal difference or anything like that. Burnley right now in the relegation zone with 7, 13, and 16 goal difference of minus 18. That gets you at 34 points. So Everton, Leeds, and Burnley all chasing after each other to avoid relegation. So let's get you into the matches for the week that will lead into a very busy championship Sunday on Sunday the 22nd. On your Tuesday, Southampton and Liverpool. This will be the match that Liverpool makes up. They're a minus 244. Expect some absences here from some of the big names as they get ready for Champions League. So Liverpool a minus 244. Southampton is a plus 648. On the 19th, which would be Thursday, Everton a minus 105 hosting Crystal Palace. Burnley a plus 278 on the road at Aston Villa. Chelsea a minus 256 hosting Leicester, who's a plus 774. Championship Sunday. You've got all of your matchups going on at the same time, 11 o'clock Eastern time, Sunday morning. Arsenal and Everton. Arsenal's a minus 189. Everton a plus 518. Tough call for Everton last match of the year. Brentford and Leeds. Brentford is safe. They're playing for positioning right now at a plus 131. Leeds on the road at Brentford Community Stadium a plus 192. Brighton plus 154. West Ham a plus 175. Burnley hosting Newcastle. Burnley a plus 146. Newcastle basically a plus 200. Chelsea a minus 588 hosting Watford at a plus 1675. Crystal Palace hosting Manchester United at Selhurst Park. Crystal Palace a plus 199. Manchester United a plus 133. Leicester and Southampton. Leicester's a minus 102. Southampton a plus 263. Liverpool a minus 526 hosting Wolves. They are at a plus 1474. Same for Manchester City at a minus 526. Draws about the same at a plus 640. Aston Villa's a plus 1530. And Norwich and Spurs. Norwich almost a plus 1200 at Carrow Road, as Spurs are a minus 435. In the championship, just so you know, when it comes to the playoffs. Huddersfield beats Luton Town by the score of 1-0, and they will be waiting Nottingham Forest and Sheffield United. Nottingham Forest on your Tuesday is a plus 125 at home in the championship semifinals as we wait to find out who the third championship club that will be promoted will be in the world's richest soccer match. And that's going to be coming up in short order as well. So that is your quick look around the Premier League. Very, very busy week. Very, very busy 2 weeks because of European football. Everybody getting ready and geared for Championship Sunday. That's your look at what's going on. Strap in at 11 o'clock on Sunday, folks, and all the matches in between. It's going to be fun as the Premier League season for 21 and 22 comes to a close. That is your look at everything going on here in the Premier League from all of us here at SDH. Play it safe, everybody. Enjoy your games.